someone is quick to pipe up with, "No shit, Sherlock." Let's go to the listener's correspondence. This is from Mr. Sherlock.
No shit.
No.
Do you not get that?
Well, yes, but I've also just sort of slightly scanned down on the letter. Dear William Jordan and EPB.
Have I ruined a joke? Have I ruined a joke?
Dear William Jordan and EPB, I have an
Yes.
ongoing dilemma that I could do with some advice on. The issue, unfortunately, involves my name. My name is Sherlock. This leads to people constantly making jokes. I can be at work and say an answer to a question, and someone is quick to pipe up with, "No shit, Sherlock."
Sorry.
It does normally get a laugh, but I'm just so bored by it. Everyone I meet also makes the same joke. There is little to no imagination involved here. That's why Jordan made the joke. If I'm around a new group of people, they all think they're the first people to have come up with it, like I've never heard it before. Most of the time, I react with either a completely blank face or a quick comment like, "Nice pun," when in reality, I want to point out how dim-witted their joke is.
Yeah.
I would appreciate both of your advice on how to react, as honestly, I'm losing patience. Yours sincerely, Mr. Sherlock.
Thanks, Mr. Sherlock. Tell Watson we said hello.
I feel sorry for Mr. Sherlock.
Yeah, so do I. I do as well. Where'd you get those double peaked caps, though? I've always wanted one of them.
A deerstalker hat.
A deerstalker hat, is that one of them?
Yeah.
No, this is serious, Mr. Sherlock. So if you're just listening now, put your pipe down and listen carefully.
Jordan.
Because we've got some advice for you. Okay. And we know you're a very busy man. Okay. You've just got to own it. As soon as you know,
Yeah.
as soon as people know that it annoys you, they'll do it. So you've got to own it. It's like, right, you'll hear the same jokes every day, but you've just got to laugh along with it. Right? I must hear this twice a week, at least twice a week if I'm lucky. You've got a face for radio. And all you just say is, "If I had a pound." Yeah?
Yep.
People ask me constantly about I'm a Celeb, which I don't mind because it's the best thing ever did. I always say, best thing ever did, never again. And you got to go. And
It was so good, I'd never do it again.
They all say, I couldn't. They all say like, and I'm in contact with them all, and I get asked the same questions, but you just smile and ask. And I don't mind being asked, but you've just got to own it. That's my advice.
Yeah, I get asked regularly, not on a daily basis, but on a several times a week basis. Oh, so how did you get into etiquette?
Yeah, of course. And you'll get asked. Yeah.
Yeah, and as everyone knows, that isn't a short story. But, you know, they're showing an interest, so it's fine. I guess they're not showing an interest in your name necessarily. They're sort of making the obvious joke. But I think, yes, you do own it. And when you say your name, you can hold the jokes or something like that. And yes, I've heard the jokes. Or get your jokes out now type of thing. Or if it's really bothering you, change your name. Or you could go down a Hyacinth Bouquet route and change the pronunciation of your name.
Sherlock. Or Sherlocky.
Sherlock.
It's elementary, my dear. Sherlock.
Right. You've really... Can I just say, just to sort of peek behind the curtain here, Jordan has literally been on his phone for the last 5 minutes Googling, and I knew exactly what you're doing. I'm like, you're looking up Sherlock references, and that's the best you can come up with.
I'm really done. I'm done. What was...
God bless you.
Yeah, what was a Sherlock? Sorry, anyway.
Now we're on to an anonymous...
Can I just say...
What?
Makes you proud to be British that he's one of our... He wasn't a real character, he's fictional, weren't he?
Yeah. Arthur Conan Doyle.
That's it. That it's so British that he's one of the most British characters, and yet we've come up with such a great catchphrase of "No shit, Sherlock." Makes you proud, doesn't it?
I prefer No Piss Poirot.
Oh, is that...
No.
You made that up? No shit, Sherlock. Anyway, next one. Wittering.
And final one is from Holly. Hello, William Jordan, EPB, and the main man, Diego. I'm writing as I was in a sticky situation a few weeks back and would like to hear your advice. A few weeks ago, I quickly popped to Asda to get a few bits. However, in my rush to get into the store, I didn't realise the empty carrier bag I had grabbed was in fact a bag of dirty washing from a recent work trip. I did my shopping and was walking out of the store to see the store manager with a high-vis and blue rubber gloves picking up a quite clearly worn pair of black knickers with a tissue and stuffing them into a nearby bin. I could hear others commenting on how disgusting it is for people to litter, yet alone discard a pair of worn underwear in public. I also agreed with this and shook my head as I walked past. As I got further across the car park, I noticed more socks and tights. I again shook my head, thinking, how disgusting can people be? When I got to my car and there was a bright blue bra on the floor next to the driver's door, no apostrophe, it dawned on me. Oh shit. Those were my socks, tights, and even worse, my knickers. I quickly stepped over the bra, got in the car, and drove off. So I guess my question is,
Picked it up.
what is the
bra? They're not cheap these days, bras.
What is the etiquette when you drop? What is the etiquette when you drop your knickers in the entrance of Asda? Was I right in just pretending?
Believe you me, William's dropped his knickers in the entrance of Asda a few times.
Wasn't Asda. Was I right in just pretending it was nothing to do with me, or should I have collected my belongings, strewn across the car park, and apologised to the manager? Thank you in advance for your assistance, Holly. Brackets, now a Tesco customer.
Well, something similar's happened to me. What?
In what way?
So when I was in commercial radio
Yes.
at Rock FM, a local company in Preston used to do my washing for me because my washing machine never worked. So I just used to pay this local company, I think it's about £10-15 a week. They used to come take your washing, wash it for you, and then drop it off. They used to drop it off at Rock FM.
Wow.
So I had all my washing dropped off, right? It's a good story, this, for Christmas. And at the same time, Rock FM, so my clothes, fresh washing used to get dropped off at the radio station. At the same time, we used to do collections locally for a charity called Cash for Kids.
Nice.
So we used to collect, I'm not laughing, we used to collect, people used to drop presents off for children like whose parents couldn't afford to buy them presents and stuff. So we used to, in the station, we'd have loads and loads of bags and presents wrapped up and stuff for kids.
Yeah.
And my laundry got dropped off at the same time. And still to this day, I don't know what's happened, but basically some kids opened my boxes on Christmas Day.
Which doesn't sound odd at all.
Freshly washed boxes.
At least they're clean.
So for weeks I was like, where's them gone? And
The penny dropped.
and Nikki and Claire from Cash for Kids team at Rock FM were like, oh, I think we've given you boxes and clothes to charity. So yeah,
I would have.
I think you've got to own it.
I think you've got to own it. I definitely would have picked up the knickers or whatever it was, the bra, on the floor next to the driver's door. Absolutely, you could have done that very discreetly.
Oh, I'll tell you about our Ryan as well. In year 10, he fell out with my mum. Oh,
What happened?
he put his my mum washed his PE kit. Yeah.
Yeah.
He put his rugby top on to go and play rugby. Stuck to the back of it was my mum's G-string. Not just knickers.